It's all planned. They've got characters, you've read them the riot act, so no murder hobos this time, hopefully. Session 1 is tonight. But you don't intend this to be a one-shot, so how can you make sure they come back for Session 2? Like comedy, the secret is timing. My name is Marcus, and I've been a game master for more than 40 years, run over 30 TTRPG systems, and only once had a game where it ended and no one wanted to do a second session. Understanding why that happened has made me a better game master, and in this video I'm going to share that secret with you. Why don't people come back to a game? What makes it unsatisfying and leaves them thinking, oh, is that what role-playing is then? Okay, never mind. While there's a lot of individual reasons, it's hard to generalise. I'm going to try. It's because of a mismatch between their expectations and the session as it panned out. There's parts of that which you can control and others that you can only adapt to. People come to the first session with a lot of ideas and hopes about how they want it to go, how people will interact with each other, and what it's like to play in a made-up setting as a made-up person. Some will turn up ready to be part of a cooperative team of problem solvers. Others will want to show off how good they were at the character generation minigame. But one of the people at the table should have an actual agenda, and it's you, the game master. The first thing to be sure of is this: are these the right people for your game? If you have that one friend who always derails the in-character chat to talk about their real-world problems, or will only play games where they can be a scarred, loner, edgelord orphan who is secretly a god or a demon again, then maybe leave them out. Secondly, conversely, is this the right game for your people? Do they all love crunchy combat with a page of tables per weapon and maths? Then sure, Rolemaster. But what if they want something lighter than D&D and more narrative? Then think about Shadowdark or something like Dungeon World. But I'm going to assume you've got past those stages. The game fits the people, fit the game. Session 0 is done, and you give them a group concept so they're not random strangers who don't know each other and have no reason to even sit together in a haunted diner, spaceport bar, or quasi-medieval inn. Just before the session, I recommend you do this. I do it. Have a pre-mortem. It's like a post-mortem, but before. And, like a post-mortem, it's about why it died. Write down the names of the players, put yourself mentally ahead a day, and write down why each of them would have decided not to come back. Don't worry about the reasons why they'll all love it. Set aside that for the moment. Why, looking back from an imagined next Tuesday, did it suck? Whenever I do this, the most common thing the answers can be summed up as is this: it wasn't as much fun as they thought it would be. And for individual people, I can sometimes think about individual game elements they'd want to have seen more of, and so can include those as Session 1 spotlights for them. Kara loves whimsy, so a small scene with a talking animal she'll want to come back to. Dave likes doom. I can include a tragic situation who'll want to investigate down the road. Jake loves doing voices, and I can make sure there's an NPC he can banter with. And this brings me to the tool I think more GMs should use: an agenda. Not the political sort, the organising a meeting sort. List the beats you want to hit, bullet point obviously, in the order you want to. Have them need to debate a choice right in time for the mid-session comfort break, so they chat in character while they get their snacks. Know when the end of the session is, so they can be one cliffhanger away. Be ready and feel secure saying, anyway, the conversation goes on for a while longer, and he reveals the information. What are you going to do next? And move the action along. You're not pushing the story in a direction, you're just pushing the players onwards. You can still avoid railroad tracks while putting a rocket under people, but an actual agenda, written down, not just in your head. What happened to make me realise this consciously and not just in the back of my head? It was about 15 years ago, and someone who I was friends with at the time wanted to introduce their partner to role-playing, this sort. And I really wanted to try out Dogs in the Vineyard. So they came over for supper, I jogged them through making characters, and then we tried an introductory adventure. I knew how he gamed, but his partner? No. Had I considered if the game was a good match? No. Did I have any sort of plan for what things would happen, what would be the hook to a next session? No. We sort of wandered around in the setting for an hour or two and then stopped. I didn't have an agenda. And thinking about it, I mean the other kind of agenda too. You do need both. To plan the time, because you're the only person who should have an eye on the clock, but also an overarching agenda to make role-playing fun for your players and strengthen their bond to the hobby. So there you have it. Write an agenda and write out an agenda. If you want to know more about Session 0, using group concepts, or starting in the action, then I have videos for you of those back on my channel page. Head there and take a look, and if you've not already given this video a like, then be quick. Time is running out.